I am back again, and I think I'm ready for the first page. I have actually added ribbon to the book. Wrapped it around the spine through 2 of the pages and then just tied a little bow. And that is just so that when it's in the drawer, even though you have to pull the drawer right out, you can just grab hold of the ribbon and give it a tug, and it looked pretty. So I've got some of this page prepared, but not a lot of it. So I'm going to grab a piece of card and stick it underneath there so I can see where my page is. Okay, the first thing I'm going to need is I got a piece of A4 paper, and lengthwise I cut it down to 7 inches and then I cut it in half. So it works out at 11 3/4, I think it is. Anyway, I cut it down to 7 inches and then I sliced the paper in half. And then I had this idea. I have been using, I can't find it now. There it is. I have been using my Sweet Dixie snowflake die. And obviously I used it here when I did the magnet closure for here. But I wanted to use it a bit differently. So I'm hoping this is going to turn out okay. So my pieces that I cut out, which are 7 inches high, I then laid it up against the scoreboard and scored it at 4 3/8. No, I scored it at 4 5/8 of an inch. 4 5/8. So that basically I will have then 2 flaps that will meet in the middle. What I did then was I took my die and I placed it on the edge pointing inwards and cut it, and I did that to both pieces. Here we go, both pieces. So I cut them like that, and what I'm going to do is, this one is number 1, I'm going to slip the paper underneath. I just thought that was something slightly different and really, really pretty, because you can still see the whole die, and it's just makes a slight change. And because this is 9 1/4 inches across, that's why this measurement was 4 5/8. So that's the first bit, and I think that looks quite pretty. The only other thing I was wondering was whether to cut out a couple more of the single snowflake die and have that as a magnet closure in the middle to keep it closed. However, I can put a magnet here and here in the centre, but there's nowhere really to put a magnet on there. Possibly. I'm going to think about that one. I am going to think about that one. So, let's get these first 2 pages down. And I think the easiest thing for me to do will be to put the decorative papers on first and then put it down. I'm going to get my ink. And once again, it is Distress Ink Black Soot. Like I said, I've thought about what I'm doing, and I've cut a couple of bits out to see if it will work, but I haven't actually prepared the page. You know me, I do not like editing. Okay, so I'm going to get this down first. Wrong one. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go round go round like that. Then I'm going to drop my glue. Okay. See, I actually quite like the design it leaves here, especially if you have two together. It kind of looks like a long snowflake, so if you had it slightly apart. It looks like a snowflake. I think it's so cute. Oh, that's that one done. Let's get this one done the same. This one goes this way. It's a real dilemma choosing which side of the paper to use, because I do love this paper with the fir cones on it. But I think the words are perfect on here. I'm not going to put the backing papers on yet, because I don't know if I want to put a little decorative brad as like a pull tab sort of thing. So I'm going to leave the backing paper for now until after I've finished, because I don't know, not too sure. And of course the other side of this will hold a 4x6 paper beautifully. So now I want some double-sided tape. I'm going to put these on. Actually, I'm just going to cut these down a bit as well, because I don't really need that much. Miter these edges a little bit. Tape backing off, glue on, and I'm going to see if this works out okay. Right, this side. And then this side. this side, I just want to line it up with the other page first. Like that. Right, the next thing I want to do is to have a pocket. I did have a piece that was cut out. I know I did. Is that it? That's not it. Wasn't it terrible? Okay, we are now playing Hunt the Pocket. That's not it. I seem to have put it over there. Right. I'm going to have quite a high pocket here. I've just got to make sure that that... No. I think what I'm going to do... I think what I'd like to do with this one is maybe not have flaps. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. That is dead centre. For some reason I have done it slightly over. 9 1/4. It should be 9 1/8. Just going to stop the tape. I'm just going to take off. I'm going to... Right, this pocket is 4.5 inches high. This is 4.5 inches, and it's the once again the full length of a piece of A4, and you want to score it in both sides so that it's 9 1/8 of an inch when you fold it in the score. So I'm just going to take off a little bit, score mine in again, and then I'll be back. Right, done. Tape on the back onto the flaps. A bit of tape along the bottom because you don't want anything falling out your bottom. Mitre my edges. Tape backing off. I'm just knocking over my bin because, you know, I wanted to. I spent all day thinking about this page and how I was going to start, and I had no inspiration, and that's when I picked up the die and I was just mucking around with it on bits of paper, and I thought that would be really nice if I used it the other way. Okay, so this one goes centre bottom. Just inside those score lines so that the pocket doesn't interfere with the opening and closing of your little flaps there. Okay, next I want to have, I'm going to cut a bit off of this one. I'm going to have a flap here over the pocket and I'm going to stick it on first. Let's just measure this up. I want this to be exact. Oh, and yes, I've gone back to using my huge score ball. That's scoreboard, paper trimmer. It's what I'm used to. And the measurements on my Purple Cows trimmer is actually different to my measurements on my Fiskars scoreboard. Paper trimmer and scoreboard. So, put a bit of tape on this flap. Right, this flap needs to be, when you measure it from the top, it just needs to go slightly over the top of this pocket. So mine is 1 5/8. 1 5/8 plus the flap here to stick it down. So 3 1/4 is 2 5/8. It's 2 5/8, and yeah, 3 1/4, 2 5/8. Pokey tool. Right. Oh, didn't matter my edges. Glue on. And then I want that lined up exactly. Over again, a little bit more. Get over there. Sorry, trying not to get my head in the way, but I do want this to be quite exact. So I'm just going to get my head in the way. That's better. Okay. Now, what I've also done is cut out 2 of the edge dies, about 1/2 inch from the edge of the paper, and then just cut it off so I've got this bit. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, upside down, I'm going to line that up with the snowflake that's down there. Then I'm going to get some tape. Oh dear. Get some tape. Going to put it across there. And a bit of glue. Well, that wasn't very good. Scissors. Okay. Tape. Glue. Now this one is upside down. Okay, so this is the right side, and I'm placing it upside down on this one. I'm going to line that up exact as I can, and then I'm going to pop that down like that. So that is now on the edge of there, but lined up perfectly with that. And then this one I'm going to glue over the top. And when I put my decorative paper under here, to get a scrap piece for the minute. When I put my decorative papers underneath, I'm going to put a magnet underneath that centerpiece there, so it doesn't show. So it's going to go underneath the flap here. So it's going to be a magnet under the center there, and a magnet just here as well, so that that will close, and then this magnet will be hidden by this one that I'm going to put over the top here. So that's quite a lot of layers, I know, but I love this die so much, and it cuts beautifully. So yeah, so that's going to be the first part of the page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this done with the magnet. So once again, magnet underneath here, so that it's hidden by the centre of this snowflake on top. Magnet on top of here, because this is the underneath snowflake border. Magnet on there, and then that magnet will be covered up by this one, and then I can put my decorative papers on. Sides here, the flap here, and the bottom here, here, and here. And what makes it really easy is they all just get cut out square, rectangled. No fussy cutting or anything like that. It is just simple. So I'll be back in a minute. Solve the problem of the closure. I had a sticker from Sticker Sheet, and I think it's the Silent Night Paper Mania sticker sheet. It's an old one. It's from this set. Oh, I didn't know I had those. Yeah, a Silent Paper Mania from Do Crafts, A Silent Night. This is the sticker sheet. And what I did was, let's get these bits out of the way. I haven't actually put my backing papers on here yet. The magnet's in the middle. I popped a magnet over the top, and then I stuck the sticker on top of the magnet, because the magnet is slightly higher, so the magnet's up higher. But yeah, so, and then backed it with black cardstock and just cut around it, so you can see the magnet there is slightly higher. It's not in the centre. So, and that'll keep it shut for now. I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything else on here. Those are the papers I have chosen, and I've matched the papers here. So now it's a matter of, do I put something on the side? I don't think I want to. I think that does make nice photo mats, but do I want something here? We'll see. But for now, this page is finished. So page 1, not too difficult, and really pretty dies. And that, once again, that's the Sweet Dixie Snowflake Edge die. So I am done for page 1. Bye for now. Yeah, I'm back again. I decided that something else was needed. So what I've done is I've die cut out 2 of the snowflakes and backed them up, and I've just cut the edges off just so they'll fit down there. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, and I've got to put a photo mat in there. It's going to be a booklet, I think. But then that's going to be it. Probably. So yeah, these need to go just down here. And that one's still not very strong. Okay. Double-sided sticky tape's already on there. Just get this one on this side. I might put another layer on just here because that one is a little bit weak, but we'll see. So, okay, now it's finished. It just needed something. I was debating whether to put another one. So I might just cut out. Let's just rip this one off at the moment because it's a bit. This one didn't cut because I didn't put it in right. Anyway, I was debating whether to put one up here, but maybe too much. Without. I think I might do actually. Without. I think I'm going to put one here as well. Just for decorative purposes, just because I like the look of it. So, there's a tuck spot each side here now. This flap is all done. This closes up and this goes there. Page done. Like I said, I'm not having too much on these pages. I want it to be a lot about the papers, and I don't want it too bulky. So hopefully, see, that's quite, yeah, it's not too bulky at all. There. So now I'm done. This page, all completed. Except for the extra bit that I am going to put up there. Bye for now.